matter, y'all. We made it. TGIF. Thank God I'm fabulous. So as you see, you don't see, Dad didn't make it. We'll be feeling for him. Our deepest condolences. The poor guy is stuck at the mall with two women shopping. So, so we'll all mourn him for about a minute, and then we'll laugh hysterically and move on. Anyway, let me get my stuff straightened out here, because I got a little tied up at work today, so I kind of slid in here at the last minute. I was wanting to have a few things set up, but that didn't quite work out according to plan. And believe it or not, traffic was horrific on the way home tonight, too. And hey, Sunrise and Ivan, hello. Glad you guys could make it. Sunrise, you get yourself some digital goggles yet? Hint, hint. If you haven't, you should. Just saying. All right, let me turn this over. There we go. And now we just got to do this and this. And Woody is here. Howdy, Paul. Oh, thanks in the UK. Other than late. I know it's late over there. All right, and that one shuts up. All right, so unless you live under a rock, you should know that there's an app for this. You might have saw my little short last night. Yes, there now is an app, an Android app, to view your goggles or hook your goggles over the USB cable onto a tablet or phone and view on the tablet or phone what you're seeing in the goggles. Now, let's talk about one thing real quick. Yes, there is latency issues, even on the computer. You won't fly on that signal. I mean, the signal in your goggles is still good. What's being fed out has latency issues. But, and it's probably why DJI never released it, were never, they would have to get the latency down, and I guess they never got the latency down. So, but I think this is a pretty good alternative to buying an additional set of goggles. No, don't worry about it, Paul. Sunrise is used to being spelled wrong. Yeah, what? You missed my video? Tell me it isn't so. I didn't get a whole lot of views for some reason. Probably because I released at 11 o'clock at night, when normal people are sleeping and the guy in the UK is just getting out of bed. So, but you know, I don't know if y'all made it to the beginning of the stream, but here's a little nugget for everybody. Let me show some little. And how you like them apples? I finally had to come up with a decent intro for myself. Emax Freestyle 2 Ready to Fly bundle arrives tomorrow. Why did you buy a Ready to Fly bundle if you already had a controller? You bought the jumper light, didn't you? Jumper T light? Yeah, I didn't do it. I bought it that way, just so. Oh, I see. It was cheap, so you're gonna give the controller that comes with Ready to Fly kit to your kit, so you can keep your X-Lite for yourself. Is that how that works? Yeah, I'm not quite sure which controller it is. It's probably that Emax controller. Dad hadn't been having too much luck with those things. I think he had to tear his apart a number of times now to replace switches on it. I think he's had a bunch of broken switches on that thing. But anyway, to get back to this DJI FPV out from the goggles to a tablet, and I go fly out at a friend's place, and she's like, watching you fly is just boring because all I see is sitting there was your eyes covered and fooling around was the remote. She can't see what I'm doing. So now I can stick a tablet in her hand and she can watch as I'm flying without me having to go and buy another pair of goggles to the tune of $569. I don't even know if you can audience mode the V2 goggles to the V1 goggles and vice versa. I have not seen anything on that yet. So it might be, that might not even work. I know there's some issues with the V2 goggles. There's some serious glitches on the V2 goggles that were not with the V1 goggles. So I'm kind of glad I didn't jump on that bandwagon when the V2 goggles came out, and because I would have had to sell my V1s in order to pay for the V2s, and that would not have been a good thing. Speaking of breaking things, anybody care to venture a guess as to what this is? Yep, that is the Flywoo Finder from underneath my Explorer Long Range. I was using it the other day because I was trying out all this DJI FPV out business. And I unplugged the battery and the thing starts beeping. So I went and pushed the button. And when I did, it went from beeping to continuous beep. And the light, the LED light, constantly on. And I try to find a solution on the quick on the old Google, but nothing. So I ended up having to get brutal with it. First, I snipped the wires, and then, of course, it's got its own battery source, so the thing keeps beeping. Like, see, it's continuously on. So it had to go. I had to get brutal with it. No, shush up. So now I got to order another finder. And there will be another finder on it because I I almost lost that thing in some brush at one point. Drone Warship, howdy. Well, your boy Dad Random is all grown up. No, he's at the shopping mall right now. Let me share this little nugget with y'all. Hold on. How does this work? Here you go. Dance one. Share that. Yeah, that. And share the audio. And here we go.
Party at the mall.
So, yeah, there is Dad. So we all shall mourn for him for about a minute, but then laugh hysterically and move on. Ever tried pressing the beeper button? No, on the flywheel on the long range, it has its own battery. You got to tell it to shut up. So you kind of, in essence, have to turn it off. Yeah, I was about ready to use a hammer on that thing, quite frankly. But then I figured, no, that little LiPo battery go flying around, that would not be a good thing. So, and who else do we have? Night Train, Eat More Possum, Kiwi. Hello to all of you. Thanks for stopping by. No, actually, it's coffee that solves all problems. You know, and if you just have to throw the damn cup at somebody, but it's coffee that solves everything. So, anyhow, let's move on here. Well, did I miss anybody else? Nobody there, and a few people here. You use using the hammer to grind up the coffee, that could get a little messy. You could use the coffee cup to grind up the coffee too. I'll just put it in the back behind the little scooter of yours and drag it around the neighborhood. It'll be ground up by the time you get back home. Yep, we have our Central Texas meetup, Central Texas drone meetup tomorrow at 5 o'clock in Canyon Lake. The weather here is nice and sunny right now, about 80 degrees on my porch right now. Let's see what the official temperature says. Let's see. 75 degrees is the official temperature for us. And for tomorrow at our flying location, the forecast calls for upper 60s. Might be a little windy tomorrow. And about a 15% chance of rain. So, but that chance of rain is going up later in the evening. Well, so be it. Nope, no storms. We had storms for the past, let's see, Tuesday and Wednesday night, and it got a little rumbly around here. Well, and technically it might not be a scooter, but I know. Looks like a scooter, drives like a scooter. I call it a scooter. You want me to show you a picture of my last scooter? I can help you out with that. Hold on. Somewhere we have a picture of the scooter. Just got to find the right file folder here. There we go. That was my last scooter. That was a 2012 road glide. About the only thing I could fit my big butt on. You want to see the modification I ought to make to be able to ride this thing. Here's a good picture of that. Do you see how far forward the floorboard is? It's almost hitting the guard. Well, I was actually resting on the guard, on the engine guard in the front. Normally, these things are turned around the other way for people with regular size legs, but 40-inch inseam, brother, we got to make some room somehow. Here's one. An action picture. That was the previous one. Oh, my 2011. Before it got totaled. And no, I did not total it. It got totaled without anybody sitting on it. Long story. Sad story. And Doc Murdoch's in the house. On shorty pipes. We got time. Pulling in. Who's wanting to pull baffles? Baffles? Who's got baffles? That's what you have a hole saw for. Bzz, bzz. And they're done. They're out. Yeah, that's one thing here in Texas. I don't know how it is in Florida, but here in Texas, we have a big rally here in the summertime. It's called the Republic of Texas Rally, and they always have this corso going from the fairgrounds in the downtown. And all these guys with their air-cooled Harleys decide to take part of that little run in the downtown. And you're not riding. It's more stop and going, more stopping and going. And these air-cooled engines just don't like it if there's no air going over them, especially not in the heat of summer when that rally is. There are plenty of guys that screw up the engine royally. So, and Mr. McReynolds in the house. Yeah, hole saw under the tailpipe always works well. Yamaha V-Star 650 Classic. Got long twin pipes. Well, just yank the baffles out and be done with it. Unless you're in one of those states where they have noise ordinances. Like, there's cities around here that have noise ordinances because they don't want the loud bikes in town. Especially the places that are popular with bikers. So, anyhow, let's get back to a drone-related subject. So, who here is interested to see the Android hack working, if you want to call it the goggle hack working? I've got my goggles set up here. We'll just plug those in. Give this a second to start. Meanwhile, I'm going to plug in the fan so there's some cooling. The one thing right now that's bad about the system, it will not work when it's in thermal protection. So you actually have to enable or disable the thermal protection. But for that, I'm going to put it on a fan so we got at least enough air going over the Vista. Now we'll plug in the goggles, and we're going to need this little nugget. It's called an OTG cable. And there's an app called DigiView. And we plug into it. Okay. And there she is. Let me put it somewhere where it's not too much. And here you can see me. Okay, this just gotten weird, but okay. So, there we go. It works. Latency on this system is a little better than what it is in the computer app or on the computer feed. But, for somebody that's been saying it can't be done, as DJI has been telling us for how long now? And now within a week, we not just have where it can work on a computer, now we also have it to where we can have it on a laptop, on a tablet. So, kind of weird when you disconnect it, it keeps the last picture on till you shut her down. Which is kind of cool, I guess, if you crash. It's called DigiView, and if you look in the description for the stream, link down below, as they say. So yeah, it'll get better over time. Yeah, look in the description for the stream. I put the link in there. Or at least I thought I did. Yep, link to that. It's down in the description. And well, now looky here. We've got a special guest. Howdy.
Hey Kai, how you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
Doing all right, man. Doing all right. I have spent the day doing yard work.
Yard work.
Yeah, it was a good day for it.
Y'all getting all domesticated on me. Dad is in the mall shopping with the women. You're doing yard work. What the hell is going on here, guys?
I'll tell you, man. It's actually getting back to my roots. I used to do all the yard work, but then my son took over. But we got a new mower, an electric mower, and I wanted to try it out, and it's pretty cool. Honestly, it's like we're calling it our Tesla, our mower Tesla.
Is it a battery or is it on a long extension cord?
Batteries. It's got two 24-volt batteries, and they run. I was not able to do our entire yard on one charge with two batteries. It took me. I got about, I'd say, 75% done, and then I had to recharge. So I'm gonna need to get two more batteries. But you just drop them in, and I think it actually doesn't run them in parallel. I think it runs them, it runs them in series, right? So it's runs one, and then when it's dead, it switches over to the other one automatically.
Well, that's cool. I remember mowing was electric mower on a long extension cord.
That would be a pain.
Better mind that cord.
yeah.
It's quite a shocking experience when you run it over.
That is true. That is true. I like your shirt, man. You're rocking the
for the special occasion.
And you got your wing back there. I do hope I get to see you tomorrow at the meetup. Because I do have some new toys. Hold on, let me grab my toys. You might have seen them, but whole box of these things. I got a new Gep RC that I just arrived. It's remember the crocodile baby?
Yeah.
That was a 4-inch.
Now they have a 5-inch.
Now they have a 5-inch, and I've got it right here. I'm gonna set it up tomorrow before we come out. It's got these kind of braced arms over here. Yeah. It's got GPS unit in the back. It's got a full air unit. Yep. Runs on a 4S. So yeah, I'm excited. I really liked the first one. Remember, for some reason, that first one lost range. That was the one that wouldn't go. Like, I don't know if the antenna came out or something.
It lost range. We were going to swap out the antenna on it.
You know what? I'll bring it. And do you mind taking it home and seeing if you can do that? No,
I can play with it. Matter of fact, I think I've got a spare antenna laying here to just bring.
Oh, that would be great, because it's. I literally haven't flown it since, I think it was that time when Travis and Jace came with me down there, and we were all flying it. But yeah, this one looks promising. I like the full air unit in it. I like the fact that you can fly it with that. And then I think I already showed some people online this one, but have you seen this guy? This is the Newbie Drone 360.
No.
So it takes a 360
camera,
1R in there, yeah. And there's another version of this called the Knight. I think it's called the something Knight. But it was an analog. This one's got a Vista unit in the back.
Yeah, that Stan FPV, he built one that was I think was called a Knight, that had it had the camera in the front And I always wondered how that would work because that's a lot of weight on the front end of that thing.
Well, the other cool thing about this, it actually takes 2 batteries. So you put a battery there. There's 2 battery slots. One in this side. You see the 2 XT30 connectors?
Yeah.
So you put 2. You can either do a 3S or a 4S on either side here. So you get a little more balance, and the batteries are out of the way. And then the camera itself, there's a plug here that you can. It's a USB that actually will. It's supposed to make it easy. Once you put the camera in here, it's supposed to be easy to pull files and stuff off of it without having to pull it out every time. Because I guess it's a process to put it in here. I haven't done it yet.
Well, the only Insta thing I have is this little nugget.
Oh, that's the naked, right?
That's the this SMO.
SMO,
Okay.
yeah. Give me some smo.
Yeah, whatever that means, but yeah, I've got that one. I was looking at that Instago too, but I'm hearing many.
Actually, so we can try this out too. This is the GEP-RC log 25, Cinelog 25. Have you seen this one?
Yeah.
So this one is designed for the SMO. It actually has a power cable right here for that camera built into it.
I've actually made this little power cable up to plug into the balance port on the battery. That way I don't have to overheat the Vista unit just because I want to do the settings on the camera.
So it will power from the balance port.
It'll power from the balance port rather than powering through the flight controller, because if you power through the flight controller, your Vista unit will work as on too.
So
and
it's getting really hot.
Like sitting around getting hot.
Yeah. Well, I have had the you can see I just kind of strapped this. Well, I also lost one of these little rubber. So I was flying this 2 days ago, and I lost this little, these little rubber shock mount things.
Yeah.
I lost the one that goes back here. I had the Insta360 Go 2 on it up here.
There's a little trick to that. Take a 3mm bolt and put it through the metal of that with a nut, and that keeps it from flying apart. It keeps the movement, but it keeps it from flying apart and stuff.
That's what I need to do. And I actually ordered, and they came earlier today. Where did that go? I ordered more of these little rubber. What are these things even called? You know what I'm talking about? They're these little rubber things that.
Yeah, there's some mounting bolts or something.
Yeah, I have more of them. So my hope is to get this thing going before tomorrow, so that I can fly it some more. Because I really like this guy. It's actually pretty quiet. It is fairly small. It's very agile. I mean, you can kind of fly this like a freestyle with these props. They're very efficient. I really like the way this thing flies, but I don't have a lot of footage flying it with action camera yet. So it'd be cool to put your SMO on it.
Well, I finally fixed this little thing.
Oh yeah,
my Cinewhoop.
Yeah.
Check those props out.
Oh wow, what do you got? 7 on there?
8 props.
Wow, where did you get those?
HQ makes them.
How do you like them?
I upgraded the motors from the 1507 I was in there to a 2203.
So you get so they're smaller motors,
larger motors.
20. Oh yeah, I guess
there was a 1507 in there, and I went to 2203. So
you basically have more power.
Oh yeah, lots of more power.
And you're running off a 6S or a 4S?
6S. Yeah. Do you know how those EDF jets sound like?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like, that sounds like 4 of them.
Wow. Yeah, with that many blades, it's almost like the rotors inside of a jet turbine.
Yeah. But it flies good now. It really flies good now.
I think, did I fly that one time? I seem to recall.
Yeah, you flew it once, and
I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I don't think I liked it very much. Yeah, but you've upgraded.
Yeah, no, that it had some issues. What it turned out, what it was, the previous owner monkeyed around in there, and the flight controller was mounted rigid. There was no rubber anywhere. So I actually took it apart, mounted, put the shock absorbers in there for the flight controller, got everything wired up. Actually upgraded to TBS Crossfire too while I was at it. So it's that thing is ready to go now. It rocks.
That's awesome. Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, we just need some stuff to chase.
Yeah, I've got this little nugget now too.
Oh, is that the
diatone?
Is that a little toothpick?
This diatone L3.
And
that's actually an analog.
That's another long range.
Well, yeah, they call it long range. I don't know how long range this thing actually could be because there's no GPS on it. The crossfire antenna's in the back. It should be in the front because that's how you fly.
Yeah, yeah.
So you blocking your own signal coming back.
Yeah, that's right.
So it'd be better to have the antenna up front here, but I mean, it is what it is. I actually upgraded this thing. Was a Loris 4K camera on it, so it actually records locally 4K.
Those are nice. So the Loris was the one that was in the little Gep RC Tiny Go. Their little tiny whoop had the Loris in it with the local recording, and I got to say the footage off of that was not bad at all.
So yeah, I'm playing around was a few things here.
Well, so weather looks okay for tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna have the canopy with me just in case.
And you said there was soccer going on until about 5 o'clock.
They got soccer going on in the morning, so I just set it for 5 o'clock because we'll be there for about an hour and a half, and then we'll get in a golden hour. So
yeah, and it doesn't get dark till 8. So,
but it's good lighting out there at night too. So,
oh, cool. Oh, did they turn those lights on, or you just mean sunlight?
Just sunlight.
Oh yeah. No, I bet it looks real pretty at night. I've only been there in the morning, and afternoon, but I would like to see what it looks like. Yeah, and I don't know. I know Greg is riding his Harley FPV is supposedly. I think he's going to Mississippi, and he was going to stop in Austin midway, like halfway point from Colorado. I had texted with him about trying to be down in time to come with us there, so hopefully he can make it.
Be cool if he did.
Yeah. No, he's a good guy. I got to meet him up at Spin Down in Colorado. Hey, Chris Hope in the house, and Sunrise Water Media, Woody. Good to see you guys. And I just also was going to plug my appearance with Greg from Oz by Drone at 7 p.m. We'll be doing the global fly-in. We haven't done one of those. Well, Greg's done a few, but we haven't done a simulcast in a while. So I'm going to be the co-host on that. And then if you want to fly, you can just follow the instructions. Greg has a thing that you paste into your RTMP on your DJI app, and it'll send this feed to Greg's stream. And so no matter where you are in the world, you can send a nice little stream.
Can you partake was an Evo too?
That's a good question. I'll ask Greg as soon as we get on. I've only seen it with DJI drones, I think, but I don't know why an Evo wouldn't work, because you can put an RTMP into the live feed, right?
I've never messed with it, so
yeah. I mean, that would be if it does. I've never done any live streaming with a Evo before. I've only done it with a DJI, so I don't know if that works or not. Did you hear rumor? I just read a rumor today that DJI is releasing LiDAR for cars.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. I would buy a DJI self-driving car. Or maybe I'd get one to review. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hey, we want you to review this car. Okay, I can try
Well,
that.
Audi actually has a concept now for an all-terrain vehicle that has a light bar over the top of it, and there's 5 drones up in there.
Oh, I've seen
You
that
can
one.
deploy, and
Yeah.
they will fly ahead of you, light up the way,
Yep.
and they
Yeah,
will
and
also follow you as you walk. If you were to park somewhere and just go walking somewhere, I guess it follows the keychain or something. It follows you and lights the way for you if you need to go, run in the bushes at night or something.
it's like a big heavy duty off road UAV kind of, or not UAV, SUV kind of thing, right?
Yeah, it's a SUV type thing.
It looks it. I saw that. I think I saw that video and some write ups on it. It looked to me sort of like a really beefed up Toyota FJ Cruiser.
Yeah, well, Audi apparently is starting this thing where they build purpose built vehicles. They've got that thing for off road. They got some for just road and fast road. So, and apparently, they want to work it up to where, they have vehicles stashed, and then you can just kind of swap in between. Get the vehicle for what you need. Instead of having one vehicle, they can do everything.
Oh, so you just basically you go take in your road car. If you're going to go off road that weekend, you take in your road car and you exchange it for an off road vehicle.
Yeah, something like that.
It is kind of funny because I think that most people realize this or don't realize. Everybody wants to own their car, including me. Like I like my car, but your car sits in your driveway most of the time, not being used. It's one of those things that fractional ownership kind of makes sense if from an economic perspective.
Yeah, well, especially if you were on home office like I was for the past year. My truck got 3 months to the gallon.
Yeah. The gas would go bad on you over time, right?
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be for my friend out in the country. I wouldn't have driven at all.
Yeah. I think you commented, but you saw my my little chase with Chris
Yeah,
the other day, right? That was a lot of fun. We just kind of got out there and we're having some fun just running around that field. Chris has gotten really good. He is certainly.
Well, I know he's gotten pretty good. He's been flying my Titan for a bit too, and we need to reset his confidence meter a little, I think.
Well, he just needs to get a digital system. That'll do it. Once you can see everything clearly, such a difference. Oh, check this out too, and you'll really appreciate this. I got contacted by a company. They make insert lenses for DJI goggles, prescription. So you send them your prescription and they make the lenses. And I think I'm going to get a pair. So I actually do wear readers. I don't wear them very often, but I can read everything on the screen. I can see just fine I don't wear glasses much, but when I put them on, I can see even better. And stuff that's really close, I actually have a hard time seeing. And so I'm excited to try those things out and see see if they're worth it.
Now, these are readers. I mean, I could do without, but why bother?
Well, it makes you look smarter.
I don't think it works that way. But
mine make. Hold on, let me see. I think I have my glasses right back here. I'll go put them on. I'll see what you think.
He's going to purdy himself all up now.
This is not something many people actually have seen, but I think they make me look smarter. Do I look smarter?
Yeah, immensely.
Well, I look pretty dumb to begin with, so yeah. Now see,
your words, not mine.
Reading the screen, I can they're what's it called? They have so when I tilt up like down here. They're progressive, yeah. So like that's far away. That actually makes the screen look blurry when I look up like that. But like that, it looks really good. So it'd be for reading down here.
Yeah, I've tried the progressives, and the field of view on the glass is so narrow, it's almost not worth it. I mean, I work on computers all day, I'm drafting, so I can't just hold my head in one position. Trying to no. These
So
work much better for that.
those are just plain readers that
These
just
are
have
just
one.
plain old readers bought off Amazon, I believe, where I bought them.
Yeah, it's funny because like looking at the monitor right now, like right there, I can really see everything well, but right there, I guess that's my distance. That's what I'm supposed to be able to see. Oh yeah, I'm looking over there and reading something on the wall. Yeah. Well.
So have you played with that Android app yet for the DJI goggles?
No. What is it?
Have you not heard that we now get video out of our DJI goggles?
No. Like live video?
Yeah.
You can put it to HDMI or where?
No,
Or
you put it, you plug in your USB into your goggles, plug in USB in an on the go cable into your
oh
tablet.
yeah. Yes. Actually, I have. Sorry. I was thinking through the Fly app. So
Not through the Fly app.
But it works through the Fly app.
It works. This works straight on V1 goggles.
Oh, V1.
V1 goggles works on both V1 and V2 goggles. You just take USB cord, plug it into your Android device, fire up an app, and you have it on the screen.
Does it have the OSD as well?
It does not have the OSD.
So it's a clean. Just
wow. The feed. Just
That's
the
pretty
video
cool.
feed.
That's
There's
pretty cool.
a little bit of latency issue with that, but I mean, I wouldn't fly off a tablet to begin with. But anybody that's just wanting to see what you're seeing,
yeah,
that latency isn't an issue.
That's awesome. No, so but what I was talking about, the Fly app has the ability to if you plug with the DJI FPV, the V2 of the goggles and the FPV drone, if you plug into the Fly app, you get a live feed onto your phone or whatever as well. Yeah. From the goggles. So it's but it doesn't. I don't think that works with V1. You don't even use the Fly app with V1, so that would make sense.
No, actually earlier this week, it was on Tuesday, NERC let out a video where you can hook your goggles through the USB-C into your computer, and there was a script that you could execute, and it would show whatever you're seeing in your goggles on your computer screen,
including the OSD.
Not the OSD. Just
the live feed.
Video feed.
That's pretty cool. So that's what that. That's
2
what that
days
app is
later,
doing.
2 days later, they released an app.
Yeah, onto Android.
For Android.
That's awesome.
It's actually in the description of the stream, the link to that app.
Well, I do not own a single Android device, so I would not be able to partake. Too much Apple.
Yeah, that's you're at the epicenter of Apple, aren't you?
Yeah.
Think of it.
I suppose. Well, I actually do need an Android device for an upcoming video that I'm working on for a client, where they're going to show some things on some tablets, and they want to represent both iOS and Android. So I may be getting one for that video soon.
Okay.
I'll have to see. But I only intended to stick around for a few minutes because I got to get ready for my thing with Greg. So I'll see you tomorrow at 5. I don't see any reason why I can't be down there. So if anybody in the chat is still watching, let me see here real quick. Switch over. Yeah, it looks like looks like at least Sunrise Water Media. I assume Chris is coming down.
Chris said he might be running a little late. He's got some work things going on over the weekend. So,
okay. Well, yeah, I should be down there, and I don't know if anybody's coming in from out of town, but you know, whether it's a big group or a small group, it'll be a lot of fun.
it's always been a lot of fun. So,
and I thought it was supposed to be super rainy today and tomorrow, but it looks like that's holding off until a little later this week.
Apparently all that has been postponed till Sunday. Hopefully the weather knows that too.
Yeah, that's great if that's the case. I mean, that was part of why I wanted to get the yard cut. So our old mower just went kaput on me. I don't know, probably about 3 weeks ago, and our grass was at least a foot to 18 inches tall all around, you know, grass, weeds, etc. And so I actually documented this electric mower going through it. I got to say, the torque on the electric mower, it never died on me. With my gas mower, if I had cut this grass at this height, I would have had to go really slow and kind of, you know,
well,
this one.
That's the difference between electric motors and gas motors, because gas motor has to build up RPM to get to its full strength. Where on electric motor, you know, if it says 10 horsepower, it has it from 2 RPM all through the entire band. So
yeah, no, it's and it's also much quieter. So I was actually able to put some earphones in and listen to music without having to turn it way up. You know, I could have the volume at 50% and still hear just fine. That was pretty cool. But I gotta get longer lasting batteries, because like I said, I couldn't do the whole yard on the 2 batteries I have.
well, you probably shouldn't wait till grass is a foot tall either.
Yeah, that doesn't help. That doesn't help.
Till you get that letter from the homeowners association saying you need to mow your lawn or we will fine you.
I've heard that in Germany you can't mow on Sundays. Like there's days that are restricted from mowing because of noise. Do you know about that? Yeah. Actually, I think that's actually pretty brilliant, because I'll tell you, there's nothing worse for me than being outside and then, you know, right next door on the weekend.
My parents have one of those Roomba mowers.
Oh, they do. That just runs around on its own.
That runs around on its own. It has a little shelter, and then they got a little gazebo on the back, and behind it, that's where they set up a little shelter, where he parks itself and charges.
Does it have a name?
We named him Helmut after my grandfather.
Helmut, sehr gut.
No, it's my grandfather, because my grandmother was very particular how the lawn needs to be mowed. She wanted nice straight lines going down the yard, and her yard was huge.
Oh, goodness.
My grandfather pretty much didn't give a hoot about any straight lines. He mowed wherever and the lines, whatever it looked like. He didn't care. In the day, it's all gone anyhow.
Yeah.
Right. So this Roomba mower kind of mows on the principle, random path principle. So that thing leaves lines all over the place, just like my grandfather,
just like Helmut did.
So that's why he got named Helmut.
And so does it just go out every day for a certain amount of time and just like it? Because I would imagine it's not very wide. It would probably take it longer because it's not as big, right? It's not like a 21 inch.
I would say this thing cuts about 15 or 16 inches wide.
Oh, so it's about 2/3 the size of a normal mower.
Yeah, because I think more than a normal mower, but it goes out every day, so there's not a whole lot to mow every day.
Right. It just keeps up with it.
The way it's set up, they've got different zones in the yard, so it knows in the mornings he gets to mow there, in the afternoons he gets to mow there, and when it's raining, he don't mow at all.
Is it pretty quiet?
Very quiet.
Yeah. Wow. Helmut. I like that.
He's electric, he goes out, he mows, and when he knows he needs charged, he finds its way back to his house, puts himself on a charger, and then goes back out when he's fully charged.
That's pretty cool. And there's drones that do the same thing, that go in and land when they're doing mapping or reconnaissance or something. And okay. All right. Well, Kai, it was good chatting with you. I hope everyone who's watching this can jump over and watch Greg's show, which will be simulcast on my channel, the Global Fly-In. And if you do want to fly, there will be instructions. Again, you just copy and paste a link and from into your RTMP on your DJI or potentially your Evo app. I don't know. That's a good question. I'll ask Greg if he's ever tried it on a different platform.
Well, thanks for stopping by.
Sure thing, man. I'll see you tomorrow.
I will see you tomorrow.
All right. Adios.
Later. Bye.
Cheers.
Cheers. Well, there was a surprise guest for the evening. Then y'all didn't see that one coming, did you? Yeah. I knew I was going to need some backup since Dad is missing in action. Actually, he just texted me something about getting lost at the mall. Let's see, where'd it go? He says, I keep getting lost. He probably at Spencer's or Victoria's Secret, even though Victoria ain't got a whole lot of secrets left. Have you ever been to that store? There ain't no more secrets left with that gal. Well, thank you, Paul. Well, we're always, trying to tell y'all to move over to Kelly's stream after we're done, and I just thought it'd be a quick, have them come in for a few minutes to talk to us. So, anyhow, where were we before we got interrupted? I wouldn't say rudely interrupted, we just got interrupted. So, yeah, tomorrow we're going to fly. Oh, he's posting a link to... Can he not post links? Let's see, where is he at? Yep. Do I have to make you a moderator? There we go. All right, now you can add your link. I gave you a blue wrench. Yep, and Doc is sending me pictures. Let's see what kind of... Well, I've got the text. I ain't got the picture yet. Yep, we'll wait for the picture to come in. Doc, did you not pay your phone bill? They let you send messages but not pictures? Or did you burn through your allowance? Yeah, while he's doing that, I'm going to find the link for the Ready Set Drones. Oh, here we go. So let's do this. Save that, and then we go. We got all this modern technology. Here. And now we have to do this. Oh. All right. Lousy cell coverage. Well, you need a or you need to get better service. That's just all there is to it. Well, you live out in the sticks. You guys still run on smoke signal over there, aren't you? All right, let's pull this up. What do I do with that? Yep. Move that to pictures. All right, now let's see if that works. There we go. And here is Doc Murdoch's contribution to my analog adventure. I'll make it a little bigger. Wow. Make it a long distance one too. Nice work. Nice work. Thank you so much. Thank you, Doc. I do appreciate it. Navo smoke signal. You need some coat talkers for that. I thought they done all died off. Yeah, those look pretty sharp there, Doc. I can't wait to get my hands on those and give those a try. Right now, I bought the Axie long distance set for starters. Well, I actually already had that on order while, and I upgraded to a fat strap. The hat strap that comes with the Sky Zones is made for small-headed people. In other words, my fat melon wouldn't fit with that strap. So I'll be excited to try all these new toys out tomorrow. A helical for even longer range. Wow. I'm gonna have to put a GPS on this thing yet. My little diatone 3-inch here. The little train that could, or the little drone that could, is right here. Yep, we'll do a direct comparison on those two. And it should prove interesting. Got to go charge a bunch of batteries, get ready for tomorrow's flight time. I did get some more 6S batteries. So we'll be able to fly the Titan a little more there, Chris. The Explorer's going to have to stay home because I got exposed wires hanging off the bottom of it. Right here. Those were the wires from the finder. We'll have to make all that work. Well, I've got plenty of other stuff to fly. I don't know. I may try and bring a wing tomorrow, depending on what the wind does. I don't think that's already going to be too windy by the time we get there. Yeah, I know the Titan is fun. Have you flown the Cineweb yet? Oh, Ivan. I hope you enjoyed your nap. Because that's normally what happens. He shows up and is early. He comes in early, makes like the first post, and then he falls asleep. And then, somewhere toward the end of the stream, here he comes. Well, here you go, Sunrise. Eat more possum, just make you the offer. You two need a chat. Do I fly helis too? No, I do not. Well, not yet. Never say never. Well, what's the sin would be get through just about anything because there's plenty of buffer all the way around. You bump into some, it really don't matter because you got all this foam all the way around. So yeah, now we'll fly some stuff tomorrow. It'll be good. Well, now, the later the evening, the weirder the guest. Y'all ready for this one? Looky who just showed up. Howdy.
Professional shopper.
Professional shopper.
Yep, yeah. I just cut my teeth, man. I just got professional. Let's see, how many? About 5 straight hours. I did find a couple of things. Let's see. I found this really cool shirt here. This looks like Dad's shirt right here. Here we go. I guess Hawaiian shirts are in now. There we go. Look at that. You can tell the.
Did you get a Manny and Patty and all that too?
I got to go to dinner pretty soon, so. No, I didn't do that. And then I did this right here because we got graduation coming up, so I did this right here, and then I got myself a black tie to go with that. So I think that works out pretty good right there. Black on black.
Tie was a black shirt.
I found a pink tie, but
you can use that again on the next funeral too.
Well, they told me that pink ties were in, but I didn't believe them. I said, they're trying to sell me this pink tie. The white tie looked really good, but I didn't have any white shoes to go with the black slacks. So I figured that would be kind of cool.
Well, then you need the wingtips, black and white wingtips.
Oh yeah, that would have been just sweet. So it was a good sale though. Everything was on sale, half price. This was 60%.
Yeah, saved yourself right into the poorhouse, didn't you?
Right there, 60% off. And now I got 3 black shirts. I don't know why I bought another one, but
because you left the other 2 at home.
But yeah, we got I got a little bit of time before dinner time. We get the big graduation dinner coming up. So,
well, you missed out. Kelly just left.
Oh, really? Oh man. So we had an all-star cast.
Yeah, I just when you told me you wouldn't make it, I'm like, okay, I'll call up Kelly and
call the big guns. Get the big guns in. I'm surprised. I was hoping Mr. Beast would show up.
Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast.
So I tell you what, this freaking goggles hooked up to Android tablet.
Yeah,
that's the shit, brother.
It's working.
Oh, it's working well.
So it works better with Android.
It only works with Android.
Okay. Probably.
Yeah, you're gonna have to break down while you're in that mall. Go find yourself a good deal on an Android tablet.
I've been looking for an Android tablet just to fly with, but my problem is there's a lot of information out there, but I don't trust anybody for that information because it seems like anytime somebody puts something out, you're gonna like, they don't tell you like the whole story. Like the map, like the mini, the Apple Minis. I could do that. I mean, I could use my other Apple account, but the fast way would be Android. So what kind of tablet do you use?
I use mine is a Samsung S5e.
S5. Now you got to be able to mount that tablet on a freaking a mount that doesn't cost $75. That's the problem there. You get a $300 tablet, a $75 mount. Holy crap! The controller is only worth $100.
I don't know how you come up with a $75 mount.
Lift Thor, don't those cost that much?
Well, that's the thing about Evos, because that little hook they got on there for a phone holder.
Right.
I really wouldn't trust that was a phone, tell you honest truth.
No,
there's a little plastic screw going on another plastic piece, and just the leverage off of the bigger phones now that you have, like the S10s or S20s.
Right.
There's a lot of leverage on that little bitty screw. But for the Mavic Air, I have one of those metal mounts that slid right into the bottom of that thing. Had a little leg coming up, was a holder. That thing was $20.
Okay, that works. I can take the $20 hit, but for the piece that doesn't provide you anything but just extra cost.
Well, actually, for the new controller, for the new Air and Mini controller, you can just print out a little piece that hooks in onto your existing and hooks onto the tablet and sits basically in the same space as the phone is.
I'm going to do a video on hotel vlogging and how to best rearrange the furniture in a room so you can get the best natural light without actually bringing a light with you or having a phone stand. I almost bought one today. I was at Free People and they got this little section of this cheap electronic stuff. They have a phone stand that has a little light on it. And I'm like, oh, that would be cool. And I'm like, yeah, for like one day. So, but it's a little LED light thing. It just, because at night you'd need one. Unless I take that lamp over there and set that up. But you have to get right in front of the window. So I'm looking out at Salt Lake City right now, out the window. So you get that perfect natural light coming in. Then I got the window cranked open. It's like 70. It's like here, let me open it up a little bit more. It's like 70 or 82 degrees out there. It's perfect.
Yeah, that's what it is here, about 82.
It's beautiful. I mean, there's no wind and just calm. It's homeless people sitting out there on the grass. Actually, over there, a little tent set up across the way. Perfect.
So, what else you been up to?
Mainly just my son well, they did a COVID graduation for the 2020 grad, so I was at a law school graduation. So it was double, you get double the funds, so double the names. But they did it pretty fast. They didn't let it linger. It surprised me for as big of a graduation that people don't actually come, they don't get on a plane but people just don't want to fly, People are still, especially the upper crust of because when you go to get into law schools, you get into some pretty best thing I can say is a lot of liberal kind of thinkers. So a lot of people are still scared but it was good. It was a good experience. I think you need to have it. I think after that many years of school, you do need to basically celebrate it. So I think it's really important. So it was a big day. It was a big day for, even though he's been working and he's already passed the bar, so he's already a lawyer. It's not like he's still trying to get that done. So it's kind of nice. So yes,
that's just his moment of glory. So
yeah, no, it was good, and we're good. We'll go out to eat, but he's got all his friends. The law school kids are all like it's a compilation of of different personalities, and they're, you know, you get a network of friends, so it's really, they're like really tight, so they're going to get together. And
Oh, that's a good thing.
yeah, so it's neat. Anyway, that's what I'm up to here, and up
Well,
north.
you know as well as I do, networking is going to be big for him now.
Yeah, he's already really doing well, and he's in employment law right now. So he's basically representing people that have employment grief or employment grievances against big companies. So they're basically taking, for the little guy, they're suing big companies is what they're doing, and, you know, for whatever, because companies are, you know, if you, you know, lay off a person, you know, sometimes, you know, there are reasons that, you know, that person, you know, basically their rights are being basically violated. Anyway, so you get into those disagreements, or there's money that's not being paid out, or there's really interesting situations like your boss. There's one was talking about, like, there was like violence. I mean, it was like a boss that was a judge, and she is like a law clerk or something like that, and he really was like mean to her, like, I mean, like excessively mean. And then at the end, he basically demoted her or something like that. Anyway, so she got demoted, besides being verbally abused by this guy who's got a lot of power. So anyway, I
Yeah.
don't. There's no names.
Yeah,
My wife. So that kind of stuff.
Yeah, the
Fun.
good fun stuff.
Anyway, nobody wants to hear that. We're supposed to be talking about drones. It'd be nice to fly one right now. Like perfect weather.
Yeah, we've talked just about anything but drones today.
Oh, good. It's Friday, so you should.
Yeah. We
It's
did
pretty
a
out there,
total
though.
random. I showed off some of my old motorcycles. That's not a bad place to fly.
Oh no, it's beautiful out here, and there's
fly right out of the window.
Well, I could. There's a lot of open space. I could easily, if you know, believe me, if I had the opportunity, I would do it. If I could get away for an hour, it'd take me about an hour. The extra half hour just to get over the flying through this like tight areas and buildings and trees.
Drone obsessed Jerry in the house. Hey, Jerry. Oh, we got drones 863.
Let's see here. Where is my? I'm looking for my.
I did share your little shorty video that you posted.
Oh, the shopping one.
Yeah,
that's what I did at one store.
Yeah, I got something else for you too here. Hold on.
I got more. I got more in the tank than that.
Check this.
Like that. That's cool.
Yeah, I actually bucked up the money.
Oh, it's a real one.
Yeah.
It's not the fake ones that I like to do. I like free stuff.
Well, I wanted some for a intro.
Oh yeah.
Not just for streams, but for videos too.
My problem is I get like too. I like to change them. I don't like them to be the same all the time. You know, you're supposed to brand and it's supposed to be the same. And I don't like to change, or I like to change stuff all the time. I think when people get to your channel, it's kind of, you know, sometimes they expect something that's unique or different. And for my channel, that's kind of the way I like it. You know, I did a lot of Star Wars stuff. I like that. That was fun. I've been goofing around with that. I really like the soaring one. I wish I could make my own where you have I probably could use a cartoon renderizer and take one of my regular videos and just cartoon it, you know, where it basically turns it into a drawing. That's another thing. You put a filter on it. Sure, you could do that easily in in Premiere Pro. But
well, here's a picture that Doc Murdoch sent me of the antenna that he built.
oh wow, look at that.
That's for the analog goggles set of antennas.
So the one's he got a panel, and then he's got a mushroom there.
Pagoda, I think is what
Pagoda.
it's
Oh,
called.
the other one's a pagoda because it's flat, because it's straight up and down. Huh? But it's not round. Does it not have to be round? I guess the pagoda doesn't have to be.
The top, it is rounded at the top. Here.
No, it wasn't. The bottom, I couldn't. Yeah, looked like it was square. Let me see that.
The patch is square, and then
The reflector, is that the other one?
up top here.
Well, yeah, that part. What about the one?
The pagoda.
Yeah, I see that. I'm looking at the other one. I'm looking at the patch.
Well, you got the receiver and the reflector on that.
Okay.
Doc calls it a skew planer. Planner. Skew
Planner.
2 ends, planner.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the big word. I don't know. I'm waiting for the mini word. The mini word or the
Mini 3.
the Maxi 3. Oh man.
I'm
patient.
You're waiting for the Xeno Mini. Admit it.
I feel like I'm waiting for the freaking for a Sasquatch to walk through the forest down there right now, because that's all the information we have. Oh man,
We got all sorts of information on the Xeno.
I'm going to turn my channel into a Mavic 3 channel, and all I'm going to do is hype up Mavic drones. It's so much easier than actually making up like creative stuff. Just hype up bullcrap that comes out on the internet. People want to watch that. They don't want to see original work. So it's, I guess that's kind of my feeling. It seems like recently that if you don't put out like just primo DJI stuff, you're just kind of like, if you're not a DJI guy, you're just not anybody.
Well, I think there's a lot of people that are starting to see through that.
It's so much more fun.
It seems like when a new product gets released, there's a lot of hype, and then 2-3 weeks later is when you get the meaningful.
I don't know. I wish there was a way for you to show people, or have them be able to experience flying like multiple quadcopters, because instead of waiting 3 to 6 months for something to come out, I mean, you literally have just an absolute smorgasbord of different designs you can fly, different camera qualities, different types of goggles you could experiment with, different transmission systems. I mean, there's just so many things, and everything's turning into plug and play. And you could have, instead of one drone every year, you could have like 5. And they're getting better and better. And they're so much fun. I mean, you can go, oh, we're going to be at a park this weekend, so I'm going to take my little 2-inch or my toothpick, and then I can fly and nobody cares. Even if you're like, say you're not even a licensed pilot, and you're just going to fly around the trunks of trees in a park, nobody's going to care. I'm saying that because because I don't see anything wrong with it. I mean, you're 25 feet off the ground maximum, and all you're doing is just zipping around a park. You're not trying to get shots 200 feet, looking down through the trees. I mean, that to me is kind of like the gray area. And I'm really impressed watching even the analog flyers just fly around a little area about the size of a parking lot. So I've been really enjoying that lately. So, all right, I gotta get going.
It's time.
I gotta get the festive shirt on, get my shorts on, get my dad bod ready to go for possibly fish or steak. I have no idea where we're gonna be at Market Street. I like it. They're pretty fun.
Well,
Do a little celebration dinner. All righty, guys.
sounds like a fun evening ahead for you.
Yeah, we'll be on the way home tomorrow, so I gotta leave. I can't leave Steve too long. My mother-in-law's got my dog Steve, and he's kind of a handful, so I'm afraid of him like seeing like either a bunny or a cat on his walk, and then him dragging my mother-in-law down the street. So I fear that.
Maybe you should have bought her some roller skates.
Because Steve is he's so strong now. He's so big. He's probably 80 pounds.
Yeah. You should have bought her some roller skates. Put her on roller skates. That way, when he takes off, she just rolls behind him.
Well, he behaved today, so. But it's kind of like when you're a parent, you're like always worried about how your kid's gonna act when you're gone. So, all right, guys. I wished I had more fun stuff.
He's smart enough to know the difference.
Well, thanks for minding the store, and I appreciate everybody's patience with me. So. It's just summer. We're busy. It's nice to get out too. I haven't been out of town in a while, so it's kind of a nice change.
Yeah, now that we're finally allowed to travel again.
Yeah, there's still a lot of mask wearers out, which I understand, but you can tell that the people are starting to kind of like,
Yeah.
Even at the malls and stuff. The malls, it's still pretty much everybody's still like mostly masked up. But you can tell that nobody is enforcing any rules and people are just wearing them on their own pretty much. Nobody's like saying anything. Because when I was in California, they would come up to you and go, you need to cover up your nose. If it was like around my chin, I was wearing like a chin strap. So, but we're free though. So free, but we're trying to be responsible and keep this permanent.
Yeah. Well, CDC says now when you're vaccinated or you done had it, you don't have to wear a mask anymore.
Yeah, and that's me. So, but
now the states are going back to the CDC asking for clarification because apparently their statement wasn't clear enough.
Yeah, I don't. It's politics back and forth. So, all right, guys.
Well, you have yourself a great evening. Enjoy family time.
Live from Salt Lake and from San Antonio. Guys, we get around, man. We don't just hang out at our houses.
Well, you get around. All right.
All righty.
We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.
Well, looky there. He made it. And looky there. Who else made it? Brian, BMAC, Aerial Visuals. Yeah, Dad had to go because he's on a short leash. He's on family trip. So, but I'll stick around for a bit and hold your hand if you want me to. So we got around this evening a bit. Oh, here's Doc sent me some close-ups of the antennas themselves. Let's see. Oh, wrong direction. And there's the other one. Well, Chris, your hand definitely needs to be held. We all know that. And Brian, he's a mature guy, not to say old fart. And you have to take care of the old, mind your seniors. Brian already leave again? Brian, you still there? Brian, hey. Hope I didn't scare you off. But anyhow, so in about 30 minutes, Kelly's going to have the big fly-in with everybody else. So let's see if we can get him his link posted here. Where'd he go? Ooh. So let's. Why doesn't he have a link posted? Well, let's do this one. We share that and we copy that, and then we go here and we'll post it on both streams. There we go. So there is the link to the multi-stream for Kelly tonight. So should be interesting because you're going to have people literally from all over the world flying on this thing. He sent a pic of the helical as well. So let's have a look, see at the helical. All right. Oh, save. I got to go through the old. Oh, now the link pops up. We go upload. Select. And then we go back over here somewhere. And here we go. There's the picture of the helical. I much appreciate it, Doc. I very much appreciate it. So I will put them on and cherish them for the remainder of my life. For an old Ford like me, that might not be very long, but I do appreciate it. So I couldn't fly because of weather. I was going to fly last weekend, and everything went to pot on me on that weekend. So where can you get my shirt? It's on Teespring, and if you go on my channel, there's also a Nightbot that pops in for the t-shirts. And I can post a link or just copy this link. I will put it back in here. Oh, what the heck is that? We don't want all that. Ain't gonna fit. So, all right, let's try. Also on my channel, if you go onto my home page on my channel, up in the banner, you'll see you see a little coil looking thing for Teespring, and that's where you click on for t-shirts. I can do that. I'll post the links. I'm still I still think that Shadow Fin deal is still good on Banggood too, if anyone's interested. It's a really good deal at $229 and change shipped. And that had a CATX Vista in it. So, okay. Hold on, I'm trying to get you the link here too. So, now I'm going to tell you right now, if you order stuff from Teespring, it takes them a few days to make because they make these shirts to order. Yeah, shameless merchandise plugs, I guess. There we go. Let's see. And here we go. There, that should be the link. To get to the merch. Let's see, does it work? Yep, it is there. Die cut sticker, $19.99. What the heck? I'll have to take a look see at that. Did they change the pricing or something? Classic tank top. Classic t-shirt, $20. There we go. All right, I'll put that on the stream for a second. So there's the classic t-shirt. You can choose sizes down here, quantity, colors. But again, this stuff is basically custom printed. So give it about a week or two. But I definitely have to fix the pricing on the stickers. That's not right. By the way, shameless plug, those things are available in the store too. And that's a 20-ounce tumbler, so good for one soda can or, you know, your regular beer. Anywho, yeah, it's almost 6:45 now. I think we're going to start wrapping it up for tonight. Thank you all for stopping by. If I could ask you one more favor is to hit the like button on the way out. And y'all have a good weekend. I'll probably see some of you tomorrow at the meetup. Again, 5 o'clock, the same old place out in Canyon Lake. Hope to see as many out there as possible. I mean, we had a big crowd there before. Hopefully we can make it as big again. And y'all have a good night. And I'll see you on Tuesday. If I don't see you tomorrow, I'll see you on Tuesday for our next scheduled techie stuff, where we get more into the nitty gritty of drones and all the inner workings of it. Let's see what kind of, if you got any questions or any kind of suggestions, I'm going to be Frankensteining some popular drones here in the future. I'm thinking about building a souped up Baby Hawk 2. Right now it flies on 4S. I think that thing needs to go on 6S. So we'll be viewing some new products on Tuesday. And until then, I'll see y'all later, and I will leave you with this. Good night.